They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And now running right through him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Coming this way. Here we go. Ace. Hatch it. Motion.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey. We got three. Left.
This is Mostert, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Ready. Green, 39. Green.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the left hash, this from 37. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll start by running the option motion to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 4 down.
Looking to throw on second down. Hogan. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This one fielded at the 5. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go now.
To throw on second down. Hogan rolling to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Black 58 rail.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Ace. 4 down. Wide. Get wide.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Tight end left. 3 down. Black 58 rail. Kill.
On second down, Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Z. Hey, boys. Left.
Now Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. He is going to find Hill here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Ace!
Now it's Mahomes again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
Touchdown! Oh, touchdown! Touchdown!
Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Devontae Booker, past the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Devontae Booker, his first touchdown on the year, and the Broncos get 1 score closer. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Let's not forget, a year ago, this was a last-place team in their division in the National Football League. How quickly the fortunes can turn.
And somewhere, there's a former commissioner smiling down and looking because parity was something he was looking for in this league, and it plays itself out year after year. Last to first is not something that's uncommon in the NFL.
Yeah, season ago, they didn't have one performance like this, but they put it all together in this ballgame. Forced out to his left. And going deep for... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Left!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here comes the boom! I see you, boy! I see you! Slow! 47's the mic. 47. Z! Go! Left!
Again, it's Williams. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Strong right. Hey.
And they'll run it here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Single.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hogan, throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. An extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Operating from the gun. Hogan looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hamilton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Hogan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Set. Blue landing. Blue landing.
From the gun, Hogan. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ron Parker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Single, I got a single. Left. Slow. Check 26.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will extend this big lead. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.